Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel be seen by the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so very much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have strength. So this is Leo energy. It could be quite simply be mindful of a Leo, but it's also being mindful of the mentality of might equals right. So this can be for ourselves. We kind of think if I'm just stubborn enough, forceful enough, determined enough, angry enough, it'll change. It won't. It's not going to help us at all. Actually, that's going to really be a detrimental mindset to be in for us. And it's other people who believe if I can just be stubborn enough, determined enough, angry enough, I can change it. It won't. It won't. So just be aware of this. And also, this is going to be a time where we can have energy come just from like out of the blue. And it's like, what the heck is this doing here? Like, I just see this as this is unlikely allies, but because they're energy to be mindful of, it's not an ally, right? It's an unlikely energy that comes forward, an unlikely person, unlikely situation, event. And it's like, what the heck? This is a curveball that was just thrown to me. So be aware of that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we have Imagine. Scorpio, one of the best things that we can ever do for ourselves is embrace our imagination. We we are the sign that walks between the earthly world and the spiritual world so beautifully. And so to embrace our imagination, to let our minds wander, daydreaming is just such a powerful thing for us, such a beautiful thing for us to really help elevate us and move us forward. Don't forget to imagine. Let your imagination just absolutely bloom. Yeah, and take time every day, just a little bit of daydreaming, imagining. You're going to find that it actually recharges you. It's one of the best things you can do. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so what's really interesting here is that we're going to see a lot of change and a lot of settling from change. I don't know if somebody has had like a traumatic move in your life. Well, obviously somebody has here. And that's what's coming up. There's a sense of finally settling from that traumatic situation. It was either, yeah, it was a traumatic move. It was a traumatic home situation. It could be even just a traumatic home life. So being aware of that is going to be super, super important. And knowing that you're coming out of a tower time period, coming out of a time, maybe from the time you were 16. Okay, this is the count of 16. So 16 days, 16 weeks, 16 months, 16 years. It could be from the time you were 16, but the number 16 has a relevance time-wise to it. And we're going to see that we're coming out of a tower period, a time of intense uncertainty. And we're moving forward to a place more of justice for ourselves, more of balance, more of harmony, with the Four of Wands reversed. Now, the Four of Wands represent marriage. It represents a huge change that greatly impacts our lives. And this is going to be, because it's reversed, it can be resisting that change. It's kind of like, I don't want to move forward in that direction. It can be looking at things and saying, you know what, that's not for me. And that's totally okay. This is our lives. We get to live it. And we get to live it as we see fit. And then maybe say, well, that was a mistake, or that wasn't a mistake, or that was a good job. Whatever it is, it's knowing that this is our life and these are our choices. And that's really important for somebody, because somebody here is trying to make somebody else really happy with what they're deciding and what they're doing and how they're moving forward. And it's like, I have to be real with me. And that's going to be a really important thing for us, Scorpio. With the Four of Wands reversed, there's a sense of travel here. There's a sense you could be going on vacation, you could be just traveling, kind of a little bit nomadic existence can be for somebody here, but also a trauma around the home. I'm seeing this as coming to an end. So for those of us who have trauma around the home, that part of our story, that significance of that story, okay, it can always be significant to making us who we are. But that significance of that story and saying, this is so important, we're healing from that. It's not going to be like the first thing that's right in our faces all the time. Justice, balance. This is Libra energy as well. We're really connecting with the Libra here, but we're also really connecting with being just to ourselves, with balancing our energy, balancing what we desire. When we talk about balancing, it's a lot. There's a lot in this world that we need to balance: work and home life. We need to balance the sacred masculine part of ourselves and the sacred feminine part of ourselves, our dreams and our practicality, the spiritual and the right now and the human, and all the elements coming together. When we talk about justice, justice is, I want justice. But we also want justice in our lives. We want harmony in our lives. We want balance in our lives. And this is going to be a time where we're coming out of a time period that really wasn't very just and it wasn't very fair. Did it teach us a lot? Yeah, but some of those lessons could we have not lived with? Could we have gone our whole lives without knowing? Absolutely. Not everything in life is just, and not everything in life is fair, but we're finding the balance in it. We're finding the harmony from it. Some things that we as human beings live through, we should never have to live through. And one of the things that I have come to learn is that, me personally, especially, like, I always wanted things to be just, fair, harmonious for everybody. You can't make everybody happy. You can't be just to everyone. So be aware of this. This is going to be a time where justice is really important to us. It is. But it's that justice within ourselves. It's that balance within ourselves. It's that harmony for us. And it moves us to the universe reversed. This is a time where it's not about everything else. It's not about going out there and conquering more and achieving more and succeeding. It can be, right? But what I really am seeing here, it's about focusing on us. It's about conquering the demons that live within us, or the fears that live within us. It's about succeeding in a way that's powerful for us. It's about that harmony, that balance, that beauty really coming in. And it's about the universe opening. It's about saying, I can do this because we can. And this isn't focusing outward. During this time, actually, if we have to focus too much on the outside world, it becomes very overwhelming for us. This is about the small universe that lives within us. The fact that it's not poetic license when we say stardust runs through our veins. The universe runs in our veins, runs with us. And this is a time that we connect with that energy, connect with us. That ephemeral being right here isn't, going out and sailing with the clouds. It's sailing within our own bodies. It's finding the freedom, the beauty within our own bodies, within our own minds, especially if we have, things that hold us back physically, mentally, spiritually. we're going to start to find a way to rejoice, to really embrace ourselves. Now, with the Page of Pentacles reverse, this isn't a time where we want to learn new things financially, prosperously. This isn't a time where we can say, oh, this will be totally advantageous to, start a new venture or start a new business. If we are doing that, okay, go slowly with what you're learning because it's going to be a lot to take in and take on. And this isn't to say you can't do it, not at all. But this is to say, go slowly. Go slowly, step by step by step. You're wanting to do it all at once. And it's like, okay, that's one way of doing it. But a much more beneficial way to us, Scorpio, will be step by step by step. This is also Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We can have a very immature Earth sign energy in our lives right now. And that's okay. It is okay. But not letting that immaturity pull us down or make us lose our focus. And this is just an energy more of spending, spending, spending. We need to be a little bit more prudent with our money, a little bit more, kind of reserved. It's not that we can't have nice things. It's not that we can't do nice things, but we need to really balance what we want, what we're expecting for ourselves, and how to move forward. Now, with that, we have the Tower reversed. And the Tower reversed is coming out of, again, that period of chaos, hurt, and pain. The Tower has fallen. What we once knew has fallen apart. I always see this kind of like Rapunzel being locked in the tower, except instead of like Rapunzel, we wanted to break free. We're kind of perfectly happy being in that tower. And then something happens and it just absolutely blows the tower apart. It takes what was once secure or at least familiar to us and it demolishes it. Now we're taking from that rubble and we're finding the way that we rebuild, the way that we move forward, the way that we move to what we want to in our lives. And it's a sense here of we've been afraid for way too long. And this is an ending of fear. And this is the beginning of personal empowerment. Know here that emotions can be kind of all over the place. And that's okay. Do we like it? No, we're water sign energy. We like the waters to be calm. So when the emotions are really intense, we can feel super intense, super chaotic, super overwhelmed. And just acknowledging that for ourselves is going to be an important thing. I see that within me. And I see that I can get overwhelmed easily. And I don't want to be, this isn't a time where we want to be pushed, kind of like out of the nest. Like you're going to fly, you're going to do this no matter what. This is a time where we want to move just a little bit slower, a little bit more gently with ourselves. Take our goals and instead of saying like, oh, I have 18 million goals during the first half of July, really cut them down. Really have like one goal a day. Like this is what I'm going to achieve, or this is what I'm going to do. And just leave it at that. We can think, wow, I'm super lazy, or one goal a week even. We can say, oh, I'm super lazy. You're not. You're going slowly, steadily forward. And as you achieve, you're going to do so well because you haven't overloaded yourself that it's going to make you feel super empowered and super great. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And it's the Princess of Wands. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is our temper getting the best of us. This is saying, this is again immature energy saying it has to be this way. This is somebody who I'm just seeing recklessness. Like it's kind of like driving too fast, doing things that are dangerous, just a reckless energy coming forward. Just be aware of that. And it's because they have too much fire in them. They're burning too bright right now. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I just mean that in a way like they have to kind of temper it down. And note that for ourselves too. We want to burn really bright, really move really fast, go after things really intensely. It's just too much. So be aware of that. Our subconscious spirit message here is prosperity. Embrace your prosperity. Your prosperity lies a lot in imagination, in creativity, in thinking outside of the box, in connecting with your spirit guides, Scorpio, and your angels. Look at what makes you happy. Look at how the security makes you prosperous. The bounty makes you prosperous. Okay? Look at the small things and focus on those small prosperities that are growing and growing and growing within you until they become bigger and bigger and bigger. Absolutely beautiful and powerful achievements are coming, but they start small. And that's okay. And we could be saying, I've been through all of this. I don't want to start small. But if we start celebrating and recognizing the small things, the bigger things, they start to come. But it's taking joy in the small things to move us forward. Our subconscious tarot message is the Lovers, Gemini energy. This is embracing, again, the duality of our own spirit, Scorpio, the spiritual world and the practical world coming together, our angels blessing us. But subconsciously, we want to focus on what we love and who we love. So that's going to be a very powerful thing. Letting love guide us forward, move us forward, embracing our grace, embracing our power, looking at what we want. That's a beautiful thing. But chanting to ourselves, love, 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 and see where that love takes you. See what it opens up for you. All right. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. So let's end this reading with a meditation, taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling any worries, negativities, but also just embracing calmness and peace. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.